everybody, this is Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts. In this video, one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is how you can thicken fonts. Okay, somebody had asked about that in the Happy Hour Embroidery Adventures Facebook group. So I said, sure, I'll make a quick video on how you do this. It's really pretty simple. But before we do jump into doing it, I do want to tell you guys something about doing this, okay? That has recently happened to me. Lately, I have been embroidering hats, and I want to show you these two hats. Now, of course, this one is all jacked up. This was kind of jacked up too. They both are. And what ended up happening was I could not embroider the hat with this particular font. Okay, sometimes certain designs are not good for certain things. Okay, so unfortunately I learned the hard way that this type of font doesn't work well with the baseball hat. So at least I don't know how to get it right. Okay, so what I did was I increased the thickness of this font. Okay, this is not being increased at all. And this is when I increased the comp to a 3. Now, the reason why this is like that is because I was trying to see if I could save the hat using the Peggy eraser. But I get these hats pretty cheap. So I think what I'm just going to do is, unfortunately, I'm going to have to trash them. So that kind of sucks, you know, really wouldn't want it to. And I was really trying to save this one because it was only a little bit. But anyway, let's get into the video of how you increase the fonts. It's very simple, okay? So as you see, I have Embrilliance opened up, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the letter A that's over here. And let me see if I can increase this a little bit so you can see exactly. So if you see my little pointer right here, you go all the way up, you're gonna hit the letter A. When you hit the letter A, it gives you the pop-up box, okay? And then here is the text. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type my name, Jeanette, okay? And let me pick another text. Let's see. I'll pick the one that I usually like to mess around with, which is this one, and I'll do an inch. There you go. Okay, here it is. So, now what I want you guys to do is focus on this screen right here, okay, where I'm circling my name right here, and also this portion right here. Now, I am going to highlight this. Now, I want you to look over here, and I'm going to zoom in so that you can see what we're doing over here, okay? In here, you're going to have 3 tabs. This is where you can change the color, the letter, and this is the third tab. This is the most important one. That's called Stitch. I want you to click on Stitch. Now, in here, you're going to see something that says Comp. Now, Comp is at 0, which means that this is how it actually looks, okay? Now, what I am going to do is, as you increase the comp, okay, the letters on this is going to get thicker. So let me go back a little bit so that you can kind of see them both side by side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and increase. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but look, it is getting thicker. See? Okay? See how thick? See? It just keeps getting thicker and thicker. Now, that's at comp number 9. Okay, I did it all the way to 9. Now, let's say I go back to 0. Look how thin. You see how it starts to thin out? And then you can go to the negative and make it more thinner. So, like, let's say you want it, like, super thin. You can go, that's a, what? Let me see, Stitch, -4. I can go with -3. It's like almost no stitches all the way down, you know? So, I don't know why you would want to go that way, but okay. But you know, if you wanted to make it like really thin, I would probably do maybe a -3 or -2. That looks pretty decent, okay? But you can also see there's one thing that I want you to realize too. When you do this, you're kind of, when you're making the font thinner, you're putting in less stitches, and sometimes this can really deter the way that it's going to stitch out, okay? I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see, okay? This is a little bit bigger. Now, as you can see, like right here, if you look on the edges, you can see it's not exactly like very, very smooth, okay? Now, I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to hit stitch and go to comp. Right now I have it at -2. I'm going to put it at a 3, and this is like how it is out of the box. Looks pretty good. I mean, I do see some gaps here, but when you stitch it out, you don't see it. But let's say that I want this to be thicker, which I usually do. I always usually, my fonts, especially when I'm doing it on shirts, I always put it to a comp 2. Okay, so a comp 2 is right here, and that's usually as thick as I go. Okay, when I was doing this hat right here, I put it at a comp 3, and it did not work very well at all. For some reason, this font just does not work well with baseball hats. So this was a no-no. So what I ended up doing was, because as you can see, the hearts came out beautifully, I just went and I just changed my font altogether, and I just did a regular college font, and it came out really cute. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I wanted to really do something with scripts, but it didn't work out. So anyway, someone had asked on the Happy Hour Embroidery Adventures Facebook group, how do you increase the thickness of the font? So just so you guys know, that is exactly what you would do. You would go over to, you highlight the word, go over to the right hand side, click on the stitch, and then just increase the comp. Okay, so hope you guys like this video. I usually like to just do straight to the point. How do you do this? Here you go. This is how you do it. I don't like the long-winded stuff anyway. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I continue to always post videos, to help people learn about the machine, the SC1900, and also how to improve their embroidery and their sewing projects. I also do lives every Friday at 8 o'clock, so hope you can join me then. So I hope to see you guys soon. Happy sewing and happy embroidering. Bye.